Hello, boys! I'm back! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser McKenzie here. It's the new season for the Extreme Racing League. Season 3 is here, and we're live in Australia. We cannot wait to get started for Season 3. We have got potentially 5 championship contenders this season. But before we get into that, I am going to get my co-commentator into the box with me. I just need to find him in my friends list if I can find him, and I cannot find him for some. XRL. That explains it. He's showing up as offline. That doesn't help. But nevertheless, oh man, cannot wait to get this new season underway. I'm hyped. I know you guys are hyped as well. Commentator of the season in the commentary box with you. Yes, I managed to win commentator of the season at the Season 2 XRL Awards. I'm just waiting on my co-commentator to join me in the box. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to stock up on my beverages because this is going to be a long shift, ladies and gentlemen. Only a couple of hours, but you know what I mean. Still no sign of Anderson yet. Oh wait. All right, let's try again. There we go. So we got the audio included.
I've remembered for once to include my audio.
Huzzah! Matt Anderson is with me in the commentary box. Matt, how excited are you for the new season tonight?
Absolutely buzzing. It's been a long wait.
Yeah, absolutely. We were meant to get started last week, but we had a few technical issues to deal with on Codemaster's end. But they've been working very hard behind the scenes to get those technical issues fixed. Still a couple of bugs here and there, but we'll deal with those when we get to those bridges. But nevertheless, we've got 18 drivers with us at the moment. So let's just quickly run through the lineup for this evening's season opener. We've got for Mercedes, STB, and Tamer. Tamer opting to model himself after the legendary Michael Schumacher this season, interestingly. We've got Ultimate. He had a very strong end to the season last season, winning like 4 of the last 5 or 6 races. And we've got Ollie, who started in X3, and now here he is with the big boys in X1. For Aston Martin Red Bull Racing, we've got Whippy and Wrath. Philip Nilsson, our championship runner-up last season, and Path, who I believe was our X2 champion last season, or was that Jamie Keats?
That was Jamie Keats, I believe.
Yeah, but interestingly, Keats electing to stay in X2. So he'll be looking to defend his title there. We've got Colossal Brush and Chungais, or however you pronounce that, for Renault. Alpha Tower, you've got Jaleb and the Hurricane electing to represent himself from Cyprus tonight. Potentially for this season, who knows? We've got Cyclone for Racing Point. We've just got a Racing Point seat to fill. For Alfa Romeo, we've got Liam and Ratcats. We've got our defending champion, Sack, and his teammate, Waddington. That partnership's back for another season. Another Battle of the Ants this season. Who knows? And we've got Masterplane and JBL for the Williams team. Then we've got XRL Low for the last racing for the last seat for this opening race of the season. Elsewhere tonight, folks, we've got the X3 race going on at exactly the same time as us. And at 8 p.m. this evening, we've got the X2 boys getting their season underway. And this season as well, for the first time ever, we have got an XRL PC tier. So that's a very big expansion we've got this season. So yeah, all the drivers have readied up. I've readied up with my beverages. You got your beverages, Matt?
I'm ready for this.
And we know you guys at home are ready for this as well. It's been a very action-packed weekend of sports this weekend. We've had the Champions League quarterfinals reach their climax. Holy smokes, that Barcelona match was brutal to watch. Then we also had we've also had the World Snooker Championships. They just finished their third session. The final session will be getting underway in about a couple of hours from now. And of course, we had the Spanish Grand Prix today. We won't go into too much detail in case any of our viewers haven't watched that race. But like I said with the Champions League, holy smokes, that Barcelona-Munich match was brutal to watch. If you're a Barcelona fan, that is. I've not seen a thrashing like that for ages in the Champions League.
They're very ruthless, the Bayern Munich team.
Yeah, I mean you've got to think they're the favourites to win the Champions League this season now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't exactly a good night at the office for Manchester City either, because they lost 3-1 to Lyon last night. So we've got PSG, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and Lyon. They are your semi-finalists for the Champions League. But let's not worry about the Champions League for now. Let's focus on the Formula 1 side of things. And for some reason, I can't spectate on one of the drivers. That's oh, there we go. As I say that. So yeah, JBL the first. And oh, hey ho, heads up! Look at this in the stream chat. We've got Path's boyfriend in the chat. Welcome along this evening. How's about that?
Yeah, you got to think Path moving up from X2, but he's still probably, I'd say he would be within a decent chance of winning the championship. He's got a hell of a lot of pace.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of drivers here that have got some exceptional pace. Sack, Nilsson, Ultimate, Ollie, and Path. Potentially 5 championship contenders. What a championship decider that would be if it goes to the final race.
I think this is going to be incredibly competitive this year, even more so than last year.
Yeah, because you had the defending champion from Season 1, Waddington. He did well to keep his championship hunt all the way up to the penultimate race in Brazil, but then it just came down to Nilsson and Sack, and Sack was the man that came out on top. So anyway, let's ride on board with JBL for this first lap. Turns 1 and 2, DRS wide open, heading towards turn 3, about 195 miles an hour. Brakes down to turn 3, about 60 miles an hour. Through turn 4, lifting slightly, about 90 miles an hour there. Then up to turn 5, relatively flat out through there. Don't take too much curb, and he's in the wall already!
He took too much curb.
It's so
Just
easy.
as you said it.
It is so easy to lose the back end of these cars this year. They're much more prone to oversteer this season compared to what they were last season.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of nerves out there. This will be the first competitive race for a few of these drivers.
Yeah, and say Liam's just informed us in the chat that we're going to be in for a dry race on the weather forecast. I had Michael Booker, who was in X1 last season. He was keeping us up to date with the weather forecast. Now we've got Liam in charge of the weather forecast.
Good guy, Liam.
So anyway, here comes Path round the final corner. I like what he's done with his helmet. Anyway, across the line with a 1:20.8. Woohoo, that's a very quick time. And that just backs up your point earlier saying that regarding his pace.
Yeah, that was seeing through comfortably. I don't think he needs to do much more in this session.
Yeah, some of these drivers will still be a little bit fatigued from doing a league race last night elsewhere.
Ratscats with some pretty decent pace there. Getting ahead of XRL Sack.
21-0, that puts him second. Sack, 21-1. Chungies, however you pronounce it, 22-4. Ollie with a 21-5, puts him fourth. So this is definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It is still early days. It is still early days in the season. It's only the first race of the season, but we'll see what happens. And Cyclone with a 1:26.19. That puts him fastest at the moment. Do you think Cyclone could end up being a dark horse in this championship?
Well, I figure that some of the drivers have probably managed to get more practice on this new game than others. I know that Ultimate really hasn't had a lot of time with this new game. He looked particularly rusty in the ARL race on Monday. Waddington, he looked like he's hit a bit of early form as well. He actually looked like he had some decent pace on Monday winning the ARL race. So I think we might get a little bit of a mix-up. It might even out as the season goes on. But yeah, there's a big change in the handling model of the cars this year. So it's not a given that if you're really fast at the end of the last game that you're going to be fast in this one.
Yeah, and that's what's going to make things a little bit more unpredictable. Liam saying in the chat as Ultimate comes across the line with a 21.016, puts him third. Liam saying in the stream chat saying, I'm sure Cody's were putting something in regarding spectators seeing weather. That could be interesting in the next patch, having the spectators see what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah, any extra tools for spectators is always going to be a favourite of the commentators.
Yep, it'll definitely help make commentating. It'll definitely help make commentating a little bit easier. But of course, one of the biggest talking points this season for the Formula One has been the lack of pace. Interestingly, for the Ferrari boys, Vettel only making it into Q3 like 50% of the races so far this season.
I think the people have maybe exaggerated the issues with Vettel as well, because if you actually look at a lot of the qualifying times, there's only in some of the races only been 2 or 3 tenths between Vettel and Leclerc, but due to how close the midfield is, that can be the difference between 7th on the grid and 11th on the grid. The actual time between them in those situations hasn't been very large.
Yeah, that's very true. JLab's, sorry, that was Nilsson. Nilsson just invalidated his lap there. So here's our season 1 champion for X1, Anthony Waddington. Bit of a changing of the guard this season. He's driven with a Honda engine with Red Bull last season, and he had the Renault engine for the Renault team in season 1, and now he's got a Ferrari engine with the Haas team this season. Do you think next season he'll end up with a Mercedes engine for something like Racing Point?
Collect the whole set, perhaps.
Hey, you never know. But let's come around the final couple of corners now. He'll be out with a point to prove. He'll want that. He'll want to get that title back under his belt.
Looks pretty good.
And across the line. Oh!
Good time, damn.
Hello! 20.682. That's like just under 700ths behind Cyclone. How's about that?
Oh, Whippy's round on the home straight. Drops out the last corner.
I think he's lost part of his front wing. Yep, he's lost an end plate. Not what he would have wanted. But as it stands,
Philip Nilsson's going again.
Oh, overshoots turn one. Whippy overshoots turn one completely. And one of the Williams having to take avoiding action. I think that might have been JBL. It was. JBL had to take avoiding action and invalidated his lap as a result. Not much he could do about that. Yeah, as it stands in the drop zone at the moment, Nilsson, Liam, Jaleb, JBL, and Lowe. Those are the guys that are in the drop zone at the moment. I mean, Nilsson would have been absolutely gutted that he didn't win the championship last season. He will definitely be coming into this season all guns blazing, out with a point to prove, I want that title, he says. Comes down the straight now and across the line with a 1:20.561. That backs up my point. He's a man on a mission. And that puts him fastest at the moment. Because if anything, last season his pace was just so consistent. But one thing he'll definitely want to be working on is his wet weather pace, because we saw in races like Mexico that his wet weather pace wasn't exactly up to scratch. So we've got about 7.5 minutes to go. JBL and Lowe on their flying laps. And oh, we've got yellow flags in Sector 2. That's one of the McLarens. It's Nilsson.
I think he's dropped on his time lap.
Did Nilsson...
He's coming out of the chicane.
Yeah, turn 12. My goodness me, that's gonna be a field day for that. And yeah, he has lost part of his front wing. He must have lost it on the exit of turn 12. Turn 12 has claimed so many names over the last couple of seasons. And Nilsson this season, the first name on that list this season. JBL with a 21.5. That puts him 9th, about 3/10 behind his teammate. Jaleb and Lowe still to set a lap time, and so does Liam for that matter. Jaleb, he's invalidated his lap, and so has Lowe, but Lowe's coming round the final couple of corners. Ultimate retiring from the session. He's happy with his time. Of course, one of the biggest rule changes that just got announced earlier this afternoon, in fact, that regarding qualifying, there's a bug in qualifying that allows drivers who, even though the clocks hit 0, those that are still out on track, allowed to do an extra lap for some bizarre reason. And the rules amended accordingly for this bug, that if anybody does this, potentially a qualifying ban and a second offense and a second time offense for the same thing could result in a race ban. Now let's here's Lowe.
Yeah, you can actually
Yep.
you can actually leave the pits after the session is finished, because obviously you have 3 minutes, so you can leave the pits as long as you've got time to get all the way around and then also do your hot lap. You can still be in the pits at the end of the session and still kind of, maybe this track's a bit far around, but places like Austria where it's a very short lap, actually, set a time completely within the ending 3 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, Lowe just coming across the line there with a 22-1. Puts him 13th. He's safe at the moment. Liam, looks like this is his first lap of the day. A little gingerly through turn 4, almost losing the back end there. And did I see a number I thought I saw? Lo and behold, I have. Liam's using number 13.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Now 13
Oh, it's a brave move.
That's bold. Oh, this is going to be interesting. But nevertheless, relatively good through Sector 2 there. Very clean through the chicane there.
He's got a good pace limit. He just needs to keep it valid. He needs to keep it on the road.
Yep, absolutely. Because of course this season now we've increased the vehicle damage level to full, I believe.
Yeah, so I think it changed towards the end of the last season as a bit of a trial. But yeah, we a full season using it now. All into the top 10, Liam. Good luck.
Yep, 21.179 puts him 9th. JLab, the only driver yet to set a lap time. Whippy going to have another crack at it. And we've got XRL Romania hosting us on their Twitch channel. Thank you very much to our friends over in Romania hosting this season opener for us as well. Help increase the viewership. One of the other big talking points for this season in XRL is that we've got 2 new tracks on the calendar, Vietnam and a return to the Netherlands with Zandvoort. Going to be interesting to see how those 2 races play out.
I cannot wait to commentate on Vietnam. That race cannot come fast enough. I don't want to drive it, but I can't wait to commentate it.
Yeah, we've only got a couple of weeks to wait for that one, because I mean that long back straight, that's got to be surely the longest straight on the calendar. I mean, that straight, I've said it numerous times and I'll say it again, that straight is going to be overtake central, guaranteed.
It's going to be, you have to be careful though, because the little kink in the middle, it's not overly wide, the straight, and there is just solid walls on either side, so definitely going to be a few incidents, I suspect.
Yeah, very true. Especially with it being a street circuit, which isn't going to make things any easier.
Yeah, it's like a high-speed Monaco.
Sounds about right. But anyway, we've got JLab coming round the final.
It's valid.
Yep, he's coming around the final corner now. There he goes. Just needs to get it across the line now. What's his time going to be? 22.7. Still in danger zone. He's got time for one more lap. If he's quick. There's about 1:20 left. He should be able to get through. He should be able to have time to get one more lap in. Whippy. He won't be wanting a repeat of what happened last time. Very much cleaner through that final corner now. DRS wide open. What's he going to pull out of the bag? Still in danger zone, but not by much.
Not quite.
300s. And Wrath, interestingly, has retired from the session. That's interesting. So that's one driver that's going to be out straight away. There we've got Colossal Brush now. He was a bit more cautious through that final corner, just building it up for that final lap. Tamer, he's right at the bottom of the pack.
Brush has nearly dropped it. Oh. Lost a lot of time there. 15th to 18th, all within a tenth of each other.
Yeah, that is going to be tight to see if anybody can improve on their lap times. I mean, Low, JBL, STB, they're all in danger if these guys can improve on their times. JLab's in the pits. Not much you can do about that. Tamer does improve, but he's out. It's gonna be down to Colossal Brush and Whippy. Who's gonna improve on their times? It looks like Whippy's coming into the pits. Indeed, he does. So now it's down to Brush and Low. Who's gonna get knocked out of Q1? Incredible to see how drastically different a team's performance can be when you change the driver lineup. Because Red Bull, bearing in mind, are the current Constructors' Championships, and Brush does make it into Q2!
Just
13 thousandths! And he's into Q2. As I was just about to say, Red Bull are your defending Constructors' Champions, and they get knocked out in Q1.
I was expecting it to be close, but it is incredibly close all the way down the field. Top 5 not separated by much either.
Now, top 5 separated by less than 3/10.
I mean, the entire top 8 is within half a second of each other.
That's definitely made the rest of qualifying just a little bit more spicy.
I was expecting him to be a little bit more spread out at this point, but yeah, top 10. It's about 6 temps, covers the lot.
Yep. I mean, even though it is the first race of the season, they are just definitely going all guns blazing.
Yeah.
It looks like, and it looks like we've got there's a clock still ticking down. I mean, I've just noticed on the Veloci Esports Instagram page that you've heard of a game called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, right?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, I've actually been playing it over the last couple of days, and I'm just, it's like Takashi's Castle, essentially, last man standing, and they managed to create one of these characters. They managed to make a Lando Norris helmet for the character in the game. It's absolutely brilliant. But anyway, let's just recap who's been knocked out. Low, Whippy, Wrath, Tamer, and Jaleb, they are out of Q1. And Waddington in the stream chat say, do the Red Bull drivers want to swap seats?
Maybe not happy with his Haas.
Yeah, but now here we go. It's strategy time for these boys now. Who's going to start on what tyre, providing they make it into the top 10. Same qualifying rules as last season. But I believe there was a plan in place to change the qualifying rules somewhat for 2021, I believe.
I'm not sure.
Guess we'll wait and see what happens. Some of the drivers going out onto mediums. The ideal strategy here is probably mediums to hards, going for a one-stop. Or maybe medium soft stop for a two-stopper potentially.
Yeah, I mean, some of the top drivers here will be able to do a soft medium. I expect someone like Sack that's good on tyres would probably be going for a medium soft if he can get through.
Absolutely. So because a lot of the top guys have just stayed there. They have the pace, and some of them will also be very good with their time management. So yeah, they could get away with soft to medium or medium to soft, depending on what they want to go for. And we've got the Hutch on the chat saying soft medium is pretty decent around here. To be honest, well, somebody speaking from experience here.
Yeah, you just got to be you got to be confident enough to control the car because it's a track where there's a lot of corners where you can lose it, and there's going to be a few laps where you're on very worn softs, where it's going to be incredibly likely that you're going to drop it. So if you've got the skill to pull it off, then it's the strategy to go for. Especially if there's a safety car, it really kind of plays into the hands of those people going for that strategy.
Absolutely, it'll help them go a little bit longer on the laps as well.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we didn't have a safety car in the kind of first 10 laps here. There's going to be a lot of nerves.
Yeah, and Chungis has invalidated his lap. So we got STB here. Purple sector 2. And STB, he's invalidated his lap.
Oh, he's just nearly dropped it in the fast chicane.
Oh,
would have lost a lot of time.
Yeah, right on the edge. But he's managed to keep it going somehow. Got a few drivers coming across the line to either start their laps or finish the laps. Sack, 22-3 on mediums. And Masterplane responding 21-7. Let's see what Cyclone can pull out of the bag here. Only 2 drivers have managed to set a lap time at the moment. The rest are either finishing their laps or some have even invalidated. And there we go. Oh, yowzers!
Damn.
That's a quick lap for mediums, a 21.244. That's a very quick lap for mediums. And Rad's Cats, interestingly, going for the softs. A 20.895. That puts him fastest at the moment. I mean, if he's got the pace, he'll be fine, but you've got to think...
Tag the wall.
But you got to think
He's
could
got
be...
wing damage.
That's Brush, if I'm right in saying. Yep. Yep, he's lost an end plate. Well, I was about to say, you got to think that Ratscats, he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage unless he has the pace to be able to keep those soft tires going for a while. And Ollie electing to go for softs as well with a 20.924. Definitely going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. Anyway,
I think Zach's possibly going to have to come back out on the softs. I don't think that's going to be a quick enough time.
yeah, because you've got a few guys ahead of him in the 21s on mediums, and then you've got Ollie and Ratscats on softs. So that's definitely going to put him in a. It's definitely going to be cause for concern. So he's Nilsson, and almost loses the back end again.
They're not looking entirely confident.
And if I was in their position, I would not blame them in the slightest. Nilsson, the only driver that's on a flying lap right now. Liam's on an out lap, and JBL's on an out lap as well.
Interestingly, Philip Nilsson was not faster than Cyclone on the medium. Just goes to show what kind of lap that was.
So that is very interesting. But you got to think with that. You got to think with that sort of lap time on the mediums, he'll be easily a lot quicker on the softs.
So it looks like Cyclone's already coming out on those softs. I mean, the top 10 was pretty close together in Q1, so I guess if everyone goes on the softs, even then, everyone was looking like they were around the 21 dead or below. So I guess he's thinking that he needs to set a faster time.
Yeah, JBL's had to abort his lap. He ran wide on the exit at turn 12. And that was Chungus. Yeah, he was just getting out of the way. I mean, interestingly, a majority of the top 10 have actually set times on softs. Nilsson, the only driver on mediums. That could definitely make things very interesting heading into the race. Got about 5.5 minutes to go. About half of the field that's left. Still haven't set a lap time, and as I say that, you got Liam with a 22.3.
Yeah, he needs to get in the pits, get some softs on, if he wants to progress.
A bit of a lock up there from Path.
Yeah, I think we might have a new fastest.
Probably 20.4. Round about that sort of range. And here we go across the line. Oh, not far off. Not far off.
Far off at all.
1.5. And that puts Path fastest.
STB just around the last corner now.
Yeah, he's coming around as well. Wait, he's coming around? And 20.8.
He looks pretty quick in pre-season, STB. A new driver to the league.
Yeah, but hang on. Is STB wearing the number 13 as well? Are we sure two drivers are allowed to share the same number?
Zach's gone second, 20.5.
Very strong lap from Zach, but like I say, as I like to, are we sure two drivers are allowed to share the same number?
I think possibly something to be sorted out. It's not. I'm not sure it's a number I'd be fighting over.
Yeah, definitely a number I wouldn't be definitely a number I wouldn't be picking. And we've got Crave Dead. Oh!
Damn.
Cyclone, where did that come from? A 20.137. I didn't want to say anything regarding it at this point, but I think we could potentially see a 119 in the last part of qualifying.
Yeah, we're definitely pushing that way, aren't we?
You know, Waddington and JBL starting their flying laps. About 2.5 minutes to go. We've got Craved 101 saying McLaren's looking good so far. Nice. Yeah, you're not wrong on that one.
Ooh, ultimate. Big snap of oversteer, sector 2.
Yeah, that would have been turns 9 and 10. Sachs retired from the session, more than comfortable with his time.
Oh, ultimate's invalid.
That's not what he would have wanted, but he will have. He should have time to get. He should have time to get another lap in.
If he can't fuel, doesn't look like he has.
Oh, he's going into the pits.
I think that time's going to have to do for him.
He might not get through here at this point, because you've still got Waddington and JBL to set their lap time. I mean, everyone is on softs.
I think he.
So, and Waddington, there we go. He goes 7th with 20.944. Was that interesting? Because as far as those that have set the best lap times is concerned, Nilsson, Ultimate, and Masterplane, they've set their fastest laps on medium tyres, but Ultimate's out. Everybody else is out on softs.
And Hurricane's going to jump into the top 10 here. Yeah, he's just laps over Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate's in danger of elimination here. Of course, bearing in mind, JBL still hasn't set a lap time yet. This is his last chance to get a lap time in. But here we go. Here comes JBL. Round the final
wing
corner.
flying off in front of him.
Not what he would have wanted. And that's it. That's it. Ultimate's out. JBL's made it. Ultimate's invalidation was the game changer for qualifying.
Philip Nilsson himself is battling to stay in the top 10 here. He's going to have to set a soft lap, I think.
He is on a soft. He's about 3/4 of a second up. He's easily going to get through, easily. But what's the time going to be? Is it going to be a 119?
Oh, damn!
20.099. And now Hurricane's in danger of elimination. Chungish is invalidated. He's out. Colossal Brush. 21.2 to beat. 21.9. He's out. And Masterplane has finished as well.
I think
He's
that's
out.
it.
So Master Plane, Ultimate, Chungies, Liam, and Colossal Brush, they are all out. Everyone in the top 10 will be starting on softs.
Crazy competitive.
Absolutely incredible. like I said earlier, the game changer was definitely Ultimate's invalidation. So it's Nilsson, Cyclone, Path, Sack, STB, JBL, Ratscats, Ollie, Waddington, and Hurricane all through. And Master Plane, Ultimate, Chungies, Liam, and Colossal Brush are out. And Liam in the chat's just said that he forgot to switch his ERS on. Oops.
Early season mistakes like that are a bit of a given when you've first couple of races.
Definitely. Now, here we go. It is time for the shootout. Who's going to get the first pole of the season? STB, the only driver electing to stay in the pits for now. Everybody else out on track.
Guess it depends how many sets of sauce he's got for this. I'd imagine some of these drivers only have one fresh set, so some of them might be on worn tyres.
Yeah, they might be on worn tyres now, and keep the reserved set for Q3 for their second run.
Yeah, most likely.
And XRL Turbo keeping us up to date with what's happening in X3. And lo and behold, X3 has wet qualifying.
Wouldn't be X3 if it wasn't raining.
Yeah. But here, gloriously beautiful sunshine.
Had what was it, a full wet race on Monday that you took part in. That looks like that was very tricky to drive in.
Yeah, it is. I say wet weather conditions haven't exactly been my strongest point, but persevered and pulled through. A couple of places off the points, but I finished, I survived, and that's the important thing.
Absolutely, I was happy to be commentating on that one rather than racing.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: as much as I enjoy commentating, part of me does miss actually being out on the track.
JBL, a bit of traffic at the end of his lap. But no, it didn't seem to affect him too much though.
Now JBL is actually at the front of JBL is actually at the front of the train. He'll be the first guy to set a lap time today for Q3, and it's a 1:21.040. He'll be happy with that one. Solomon with a 20.6.
Oh, damn.
20.041 from Path. Flipping hamburgers.
He found his feet somewhere between Q2 and Q3. Right on the cusp of that 119 now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing a 119 in this shootout without a doubt.
$20.1 from Cyclone.
That is a very strong lap time. That was STB across the line with a 21.1. Puts him 6th at the moment. Coming through the last couple of corners now for Nilsson. Bit of a lock up there. Cost him a little bit of time. Come around the final corner now. DRS open. And he gets only 3rd. And not by much either.
You're going to have quite the finish to this.
Yeah. It is definitely going to be between Path, Cyclone, and Nilsson. 6 minutes to go.
Cyclone's always been a driver that's had is pretty reasonable, good pace, but I hope you don't mind me saying, but last season he wasn't necessarily threatening pole positions. Maybe the last couple of races he seemed to really have some pace, but coming through into this game, he looks like he's potentially be a challenger for the championship.
And that's why I was saying at the top of qualifying that he could potentially be a dark horse for the championship.
Absolutely. Certainly looks like it.
JBL and Rats Cats on outlaps right now. Everybody else will be sticking on their last fresh set of softs for one last crack at pole. Waddington still hasn't set a lap time yet, so he's not giving himself much time to get a strong starting position in.
Very Waddington style to leave it to the last minute, though. He did. I saw him go out at the beginning, but I think he must have made a mistake because he comes straight back in the pits at the end of his hot lap. So again, maybe just decided it wasn't worth it. But he, this driver likes to leave himself a one shot at doing it, and normally delivers.
Yeah. Yeah. So while we're looking at JBL going round for his lap, time to give a quick shout out to our two sponsors. One of them being Ans 3D, one of the best 3D printing companies out there. They've actually been helping us with our Assetto Corsa hot lap competitions, where whoever sets the fastest lap in Assetto Corsa gets a 3D trophy-like award of the track they did their fastest lap on. Last time, I believe it was Belgium they did it on. And JBL, he's coming to the pits. So yeah, there's Solomon. But of course, one of our other sponsors is, of course, CD Keys, one of the best places to get digital codes for your favorite games. And the top 5 games at the moment on the CD Keys right now is the we've got an expansion for The Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle, 48% off on that one, 24% off Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game that came out at just the right time, given the current circumstances the world's in right now. We've also got the Mythic Edition of Rocket Arena, 85% off that. And Solomon, Rats Cats, yeah, 20.3 puts him 4th. So while we're waiting for everybody else to start their laps, the rest of the top deals for CD Keys right now, the PC edition, the PC Premium Online Edition of GTA 5, a massive 82% off, and I'm a massive, I think, me being a massive NBA fan, this is a big thumbs up from me. NBA 2K20 on Xbox One, a massive 87% off if you purchase a code through CD Keys right now. Those are just some of the daily deals right now on cdkeys.com. And we've also got our Discord server, so you can join our Discord server to keep up to date with everything XRL related. Link in the stream chat right now if you want to get involved. And that's another purple sector there for Nilsson. I just spotted that there. Only got a couple of corners to go. We've got a minute to go. Rats Cats electing to stay in the pits for now.
This looks fast.
We're going to see surely a 119. And there it is! 119.950! And Nilsson's on pole! Well, pole for now. Don't discount Cyclone. No, Cyclone's a couple of tenths up. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 932!
Half's up on his time as well.
What's he going to pull out of the bag? Doesn't quite do it.
Oh, he lost it.
20.002.
Oh, look how close it is.
700s between the top 3.
Oh my.
We're going to be in for an absolute cracker of a race. Cyclone cruelly denying Nilsson first pole position of the season. And what? I spoke too soon. Nilsson's only gonna pull the rabbit out of the hat. 119.890. What is it going to do here?
What can we do?
20.4.
Oh, good lap.
Cyclone in the pits. Parts invalidated.
Did Philip do 2 hot laps, one after the other?
He must have done.
Here comes Ollie.
He takes
Oh,
fourth.
up to 4th. Damn.
20.2. Philip Nilsson.
Holy crap.
Right at the death. Pulls pole position out of the hat.
Wow. Those socks must be absolutely on fire after doing 2 hot laps.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not often left speechless, but that's definitely one way to pull the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, wow.
So let's recap the top 10. Nilsson, Cyclone, Path, Ollie, Ratcats, Waddington, STB, JBL, Sack, and Hurricane. That's your top 10. And we're going to get the race build up very shortly. This is it, ladies and gents, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's round 1 of Season 3 of the Extreme Racing League. We are at the Albert Park circuit here in Melbourne, Australia. 4 national symbols for Australia. The colours green and gold, a Commonwealth star, the gemstone opal, and the flower being the golden wattle. It's also the world's largest exporter of coal, and the Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef as well. Great place to explore when we're able to do so once again. The only race on the F1 calendar to end one season in 1995 and start the very next season in 1996. Albert Park also hosted non-championship races in the 1950s, and the 2012 race saw 6 active champions competing that season, including Sebastian Vettel, Raikkonen, and of course the legendary Michael Schumacher. 3.29 miles of this circuit, 16 corners, 6 to the left, 10 to the right, 3 DRS zones to negotiate, some of the action zones to look out for. The run down to turn 1 has always seen a number of action moments over the years. Schumacher and Barrichello, that race start in 2002, collision between Massa and Coulthard 6 years later, and spaced 20 years apart at turn 3, Martin Brundle with his crash in 96, and then of course we had Alonso and Gutierrez in 2016, and of course the turn of doom, turn 12, Timo Glock in 2008. 3 tyre compounds, the C4, the C3, and the C2. For the softs, mediums, and the hards. 23 seconds to make your pit stop and maintain position on track. Onto the first starting grid of the season. And we have got Philip Nilsson on pole position by 0.04 of a second ahead of Cyclone, who initially denied him on the first part of the final run. Then you've got Path, in 3rd, and you've got Ollie in 4th. Ratscats 5th. Waddington, great start to the season for him in 6th. STB, his first X1 race this season, in 7th. JBL in 8th. Sack, our defending champion, he'll be a little disappointed with that, but he'll be out with a point to prove in 9th. And Hurricane rounding up the top 10. Masterplane, season 1 runner-up in 11th in the Williams. And then you've got Ultimate. He'll be a little disappointed with what happened in qualifying. Another one out with a mission in 12th. Chungies in 13th. Liam in 14th. Colossal Rush and Low on row 8, followed by Whippy and Wrath. Not a good showing for the defending champions. And then you've got Tamer and Jaleb rounding up the grid. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a recurring thing this season, folks. I'm going to have the F1 theme in the background while getting the race built up, just to get everybody hyped up for what's going to be surely an epic season of action. So just a few minutes to go before the drivers finalise their strategies, finalise their fuel loads, and they'll be ready for lights out for round 1. And Sack's just given the all clear. Here we go, on to formation laps, and there we go, predicted pit stop strategies. Now that's interesting. Softs to hards, or soft medium. That's definitely going to be an interesting strategy, depending on what one he decides to go for. And Chungi's already disqualified from the session, so he'll be teleported straight back to the grid. There we go.
Not the most confident of starts to a race.
Yeah. So just having a look at everyone else's tyres. Marta playing on mediums. Liam, Brush, Low, and Whippy also on mediums. Wrath and Tamer on hards. And everyone else on softs. Standard scoring system. For those that are new to the XRL, standard scoring system, 25 points for the win. Point for the fastest lap inside the top 10. And we've also got a point for the fastest lap outside the top 10. It used to be 2 points, but now it's down to just 1 point outside the top 10 to make things a little bit fairer for those that are finishing like 9th and 10th.
Yeah, it looks like Ratscats is having some technical difficulties. I don't think he's in control of his car at the moment, so it could be dangerous from the start for the drivers. He's quite far up the grid.
Yeah, he's starting 5th. That's definitely going to be cause for concern if he's not able to regain control and get back into the lobby and get going cleanly. But nevertheless, are you guys ready at home? Because I know I am. We're moments away from lights out for the first race of Season 3. One of my signature catchphrases. Just moments away. Front of the pack will definitely be interesting to see who's going to win out of those three. Nilsson, Path, or Cyclone. Who is going to win out of those three? There is not much between them. They're all starting on softs. They're being kept on the grid for a very long time. This is definitely cause for concern. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of anticipation waiting for the start. There's a couple of guys with technical issues. Chungi's one of them. Ratscats being the other. Ratscats has left the session. He's going to try and rejoin. Apparently Sack's got an issue with his connection as well, apparently. And it looks like we'll see what happens. Getting the final decision from the admin team.
Looks like a lobby restart to me. I think we've lost a couple of drivers.
Yep, it's a lobby restart, folks. It's a lobby restart. Not the most ideal situation in the world for the first race of the season, but I did mention that Codemasters have been working on these technical issues. And Zach reassuring the drivers that he does have screenshots of the grid so that we know who's starting where. And of course, they'll need to make sure that they start on the tyres that they selected, especially those that are in the top 10. Well, mind you, they don't need to be too concerned about. They don't need to be too concerned about that because the top 10 are all starting on softs anyway.
Most importantly, though, they'll all be on fresh softs now.
That is true. So they could get away with a one-stop here from softs to mediums.
Yeah.
And it's a lucky job I went for that break and a restock on the beverages. And I did say it was going to be a long shift. Because it was inevitable. It was inevitable we were going to have issues like this, but we are soldiering on as we often do. And it looks like I think the X3 boys on the other side, I think they've encountered the exact same issue that we've got, because they're just sitting on the grid. Yeah, I think the X3 boys definitely have the same issue as us. Yeah, the X3 boys, they're having to do a lobby restart as well. Not the way we would have wanted to start the new season, but hey, what else can we do? So we've got 19 of the 20 drivers now. We're just waiting on one more driver coming back into the lobby. And that is Path. Path is the only driver we're waiting on right now. So yeah, for those that are watching at home, apologies for the technical difficulties. We are going to get this race underway as soon as we can. We're just waiting on Path getting back into the lobby. Oh, there we go. We've got Path in now. I would imagine they wouldn't. I would imagine this time around they won't need to do a formation lab, given the fact we've already done one. We'll wait and see what happens. Yeah. So, I mentioned earlier the Assetto Corsa Hot Lap Challenge. This time, for the latest challenge, we've got the Paul Ricard circuit as the Hot Lap Challenge this time, and the this week's Assetto Corsa race is going to be at Brands Hatch, Tuesday at 7:30 for that one, folks. If anybody wants to get involved with that. Here we go, the drivers readying up. SAG station, we've got 3 minutes to get everything sorted again. And telling us to make sure we don't forget our setups. Something I was very prone to doing last season.
Yeah, very easy to do on the restarts. I've done it myself before. Luckily, I did it Hungary, where the default setup was pretty good last year. But it's, yeah, still not ideal.
Yeah. And SAG just reinforcing that you've got to start on the tyres you qualified on, and of course that's just for the top 10. But of course, like I mentioned earlier, the top 10 are all starting on softs anyway, so they should be fine. So just before we get started again, let's just have a quick recap of the grid. You've got Nilsson on pole, Cyclone, Path, Ollie, Solomon, Waddington, Ratscat, sorry. Game attacks, Kenzie. Game attacks. STB, JBL, Sack, Hurricane, Masterplane, Ultimate, Chungies, Liam, Colossal Brush, Low, Whippy, Wrath, Teema, and Jaleb. So that's your grid, folks. I'll say this, and the we've got the C4 for the softs, the C3 for the mediums, and the C2 for the hards. About 23 seconds to make a pit stop. Here to make a stop and maintain position on the track. One minute to go, folks. So for those that are watching the stream right now, who's your pick to win the race? You can let us know in the stream chat who's your pick to win the race.
I'm going to back my former X2 competitor Path. But lucky he can pull this off.
Interesting. Jenks going for STB, Hutch going for Ollie. See what everybody else says. Just a minute to go before we have another crack at lights out in the Discord server. Right, let's go. Hopefully it works this time. Well, it should do. We should be okay.
It's all going to be about who can get through the first couple of laps clean. Keep the front wing on.
Absolutely.
I'd be very surprised if there isn't a few incidents.
We
It's
have
been a long
seen
wait for the start of this race.
we have seen so many lap 1 incidents over the last 2 seasons. I wouldn't be too surprised if we have it again here today. And yep, we're going for another formation lap. And everyone on the tyres they were going to start the race on, so massive thumbs up to them for remembering the tyres they were going to start the race on. And of course, the predicted pit stop strategy we had before the restart was soft to hard or soft medium if they're going for a 2-stop. In some of the action zones to look out for, we've got, of course, the run down to turn 1. That spectacular race start back in 2002 with Ralf Schumacher and Barrichello. And, of course, the collision between Massa and Coulthard 6 years later in 2008. Turn 3 seen its number of incidents over the years, in particular Martin Brundle's crash in 1999 and the crash in 2016 between Alonso and Gutierrez. Luckily, both drivers were able to get out of that one okay. And of course,
That was a scary one.
yeah, and of course the turn of doom on our on this circuit, turn 12, caught a number of people out over the years, in particular Timo Glock back in 2008. And of course, we've got our own XRL shop. Hats, jumpers, shirts, mugs, you name it. You're more than likely going to find it on the XRL shop. And of course, tonight, for the season opener, I am wearing my own XRL shirt as well. So let's try this again. Are you guys ready for the start of the new season? This is going to be a barnstormer. Everyone's on the grid. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Here come the lights. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? It's race time! Cyclone's had an electric start! I think he's had an electric start. Oh my word, what on earth? Saka already up into second apparently. My word, technical issues already. But Nilsson away clearly. Looks like we had a relatively clean start there. Nilsson maintaining the lead. And that's Ratskat trying to go into third place. They're having none of it. Oh! Problems at the back. I think that was one of the oh, that's both Red Bulls. Safety car out already. Beebood asking if there's any XRL dog collars. We'll see if we can speak to Caesar regarding that one. My God. But it looks like everyone's more or less maintained position. Heading through the start. Top 3 have stayed the same. Ratscats gained a place. Waddington gained a place. Ollie lost 2. Ultimate gained 2. Hurricane lost 1. Chungies gained 1. Masterplane lost 2. Low gained 2. JLab gained 5. Liam lost 2. Colossal Brush lost 4. And Tamer lost 1. So are we going to see some first lap front wing changes? That was a nightmare start for the... Oh, yeah, Path. Path's one of them. Path got caught up in the first corner. Carnage. Nightmare start for Path. And Ratscat...
Lots of people pitting.
Ratscat... Oh, my word. Everyone from Path down to Tamer all in for new front wings. That's a nightmare of a start. You know, especially for Path, who started 3rd. He's now down to 13th. Yeah, and a couple of other things that we've got in the shop as well. We've got stickers, and we've also got phone cases as well for Samsung and iPhones. And we're also looking at potentially getting some business cards to help promote the league further still. Colossal Blush. and we've got Smooth in the chat saying they should name turn 1 front wing. I mean, if we did that for every track, yeah, that would definitely make things a little interesting.
I think safety cars should probably come in this lap. All of the field is caught back up again now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hards do last quite a long time around this track, so I mean it's possible that those hard runners might be able to take it all the way to the end. The hard tyres aren't particularly fast, but if it saves them a pit stop, maybe it'll be worth it.
Indeed. Because we've got Wrath, who's up in 12th. He started on the hards, so he could. So he's going to need to make a stop to go onto a fresh compound. He could very well go onto a set of softs to try and get one of the fastest lap points.
Yeah, I would strongly suggest that this is probably not the last time we'll see the safety car.
Fingers crossed, but wait and see what happens. And there we go, lights are out on the safety car. The safety car is coming out. Smooth saying in the chat that Monaco should be renamed the Front Wing GP. There we go, safety car's in, green flag's out, and it's race time once again. Here we go. And Waddington's had another. Waddington, like, eager to get going. Had a look at Cyclone. And STB. Oh! STB battling with Ollie here for 4th place. Managing to stay ahead.
Let's go around second behind him.
Absolutely brilliant.
I almost just got past Mr. Wilson as well.
Yeah. He'll definitely want to be pleasing the Red Bull higher-ups to try and keep his seat, especially given the fact that they're the defending champions. And of course there'll be no. And of course there's no DRS for another couple of laps. Because we did start, because we had the safety car. DRS won't be enabled on this lap, but it will be enabled on the next one. And Nielsen already fastest lap of the race. The STB closing in on Waddington. And now we've got Ollie and Ultimate, and whoa, hang on, what the? Ultimate P6? How did he manage that?
A very strong restart.
Must have been. But now he's right. Despite being unlucky in qualifying, he's definitely making up for it. I mean, one of the running gags we had last season was the JBL train. Now we've got a Waddington train. We've got Waddington, STB, Ollie, Ultimate, JBL in that train. Sack, Hurricane, Master Plate. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars involved in this train alone. All within DRS range of each other once the DRS gets enabled.
Definitely looks like Ultimate's in a hurry to get past his teammate.
Definitely, and because these
he's nearly in the wall.
Oh dear. And but of course, bearing in mind, because this is an equal performance league, there's no manager, so there's no team orders in play. It's just a case of boys, there's the toys, have fun. Waddington doing really well to hold these guys back, but for how much longer though? And it looks like Hurricane's dropped off this Waddington train. He's only got Master Plane to worry about behind him, but a little further back you've got Ratscats right on the back of Wrath. And he makes the move stick. I think. Still side by side, and I think Ratscats does make it stick. Here we go. DRS for STB and everyone else behind him. Not quite close enough to make any sort of impact, but Ratscats does get through with ease. Not quite close enough to make any sort of impact, but he does have the DRS. He's going to have another spell of DRS heading up to turn 3. And oh, hang on, I think that was JBL having a go. Pretty ambitious there to have a go there. J-Leb in, that's he's in again. That'll be for another front wing change. A little further back, meanwhile, towards the back of the field, you've got...
All Ferraris going side by side. They've collided. Almost round.
Oh, that's the sort of thing he really could have done without! And
and Ollie's round.
Massive carnage! Ollie's out of the race! Virtual safety car out. Massive carnage! I didn't quite catch the collision, but I caught the aftermath. And somehow... Oh! Hurricane disqualified! Hurricane disqualified, parked in a dangerous location. So we've lost two.
That's a shame. He was waiting for the cars to go past him.
We've lost 2 just like that.
I suspect Ultimate needs a wing change as well.
No, he's staying out. He's somehow managed to avoid damage.
It looks like his wing's fine.
He's managed to avoid any damage somehow. Nilsson and STB taking the opportunity to go onto hard tyres. That's definitely a case of they're going to the end of the race.
Definitely.
Cyclone's now leading. Waddington up into second. JBL into third. And Sack, our defending champion, in fourth. Virtual safety car has ended. We're back underway. Waddington's got about 4.5 seconds to make up. My goodness me, that was a massive incident there. I mean, Ollie really unlucky there to pick up the pieces of that and end up out of the race as a result.
Yeah, it was the Ferrari boys coming together that started it.
That's the sort of thing yeah. And Beard Boost in the chat saying Ferrari masterclass. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, not really a corner you want to be trying to overtake on, and if you are, then you really need the other driver to give it up, and Ollie had no reason to give it up, but Ultimate went down the inside anyway.
Yeah. He went for it, and it did not pay off in any capacity. And Ultimate is in. Ultimate is in. I think that's just for a tyre change. Yep, just for a tyre change. Oh, he's going on to mediums, interestingly. Will he be able to get to the medium? Will he be able to get the mediums to the end of the race, though?
It's going to be a challenge. 20 laps is a lot to do on those mediums.
Definitely. I would imagine he'll need to make another stop, probably onto a fresh set of softs at the end to go for the fastest lap. Wallington not able to do much up front. He's already lost it. He's lost another couple of seconds to Cyclone. Cyclone is actually pulling a gap here. Cyclone try have another crack at JBL. He had that's a much cleaner run out of the final corner. He's going to have a go here. Not quite on this occasion. But oh, hang on. I think JBL's got DRS on Wallington. No, he doesn't. That's left JBL vulnerable heading into turn 3. But Sack thinks better of it. Wallington playing a very good wingman here.
I think what he needs to really do to help his teammate is pull away, and so JBL isn't getting the DRS.
Yeah, that's a valid point because we're about to come up to the next DRS zone in the next couple of laps. Hurricane in the chat saying couldn't move without taking anyone else out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really wasn't his fault.
And oh my word!
Oh.
Almost into the back of JBL there. There we go. There's the DRS. And look at the drive that JBL got away from Sack. Waddington tried to defend the inside line. Bit of a look up there from JBL. Side by side on the grass. And Waddington keeps second place. How on earth did he keep JBL behind him?
Sack's got a really good run on JBL now.
I said JBL got such a run out of turn 12 and somehow couldn't make it stick. This is a great battle for second place though. But as a result of this, Cyclone is just pulling away more and more. And Solomon, Ratzcast isn't going to get...
Oh.
Ratzcast gets past Master Plane. I think he's joining in on the action as well now. Indeed he is.
Looks like this freeway battle's about to become a... Whoa.
It's becoming a
Half
1,
and
2.
Philip Nilsson have just cruised up to the back of this as well.
Wait, hang on a second.
Second down to 8th.
What the flip? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars battling for second place. Yes, please. And I don't often say it at this early stage in the race, but oh boy, business just picked up. I think what I need to do at some point is I need to get some of my catchphrases onto shirts as well, so we can get them onto the store as well.
Yeah, there'll be some bestsellers, I'm sure.
Absolutely, especially when you've got commentator of the year right here.
Pop's got a really good run on master plane.
Oh, he's gonna make that look easy. Oh, he definitely made that easy long before turn 3.
Oh, bit of contact.
He gets through regardless, but hey, JBL still trying to find his way past Waddington. Waddington must be driving the widest car in the world right now, causing a lot of frustration for everybody behind him.
Ratscats is threatening Sack from behind.
Oh, here we go. Ratscats!
Oh, he's...
Oh!
Robust.
Oh, wheel-to-wheel stuff there. This is gonna be absolutely brilliant.
Path is going side by side with Ratscats. He's got it.
Oh, is he through?
He's
Still,
Ratscats isn't giving it up.
they're still side by side, heading into the final chicane. I think Park's got it. And we've got front runners going into the pits. Waddington's in, JBL's in, Sack into second. Sack's got clear air. Here he comes. And that puts Nilsson back into the top 5. Oh, and I think the Williams double stacked. I think the Williams double stacks. That's the sort of thing they really could have done without.
Yeah, Nilsson's making a move on Ratscats. Oh, he's gone round.
Nilsson spun it. Oh my! Avoids damage though. He avoids damage though.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of time. One for the stewards, that.
Yeah.
Oh, more contact.
Oh, and Nilsson's... Oh my goodness!
Again. He's collected with the Red Bull of Raf.
Oh, he's got to be careful
It's
rejoining
that corner
the track.
again.
That's turns 9 and 10. Again, he avoids damage.
Saka's in the pits.
This is going to be crucial. Is he going to get ahead of Nilsson? Is he going to get ahead of Nilsson? That's the crucial thing to keep in mind. I think he just might. Nilsson's coming around the final corner now. Oh, this is going to be close. Has the undercut worked? Yes, it has! The undercut's worked! And Ultimate's on softer tyres, so he should be able to go faster. Sack with the undercut has got ahead of his championship rival from last season. That's why he's the defending champion, because of strategy calls just like that.
I think the 2 incidents and the spins from Philip Nilsson might have played a big part there, rather than the strategy.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a case of taking initiative. And now he's
Sack making a move on it slow. More contact at that corner.
Yeah,
it's been a hot spot.
Been a hot spot for incidents today. He's got Ultimate ahead. Cyclone's in the pits. The race leader is in the pits. I think he's going to go on to mediums. Yes, he does.
Zach is being backed up into Philip Nielsen due to not being able to get around low.
That's not going to help his cause.
Oh, Low's dropped it. Oh, he's all over the road.
Is he going to take advantage? Oh, Nielsen's right on the back of them. Here we go.
Yeah, that's...
Here we go. Wheel-to-wheel stuff here. Nielsen's going to try and get him into turn 1. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, yes, he has. No, he hasn't. What? Nielsen thought he had him, but Zach said not tonight. Absolutely brilliant between these two.
Zach really needs to clear low. He can't afford to get held up by him anymore. Oh, bit of contact.
He's going to have a go again. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy there, but this time he gets through.
Philip Nielsen's having a run at low.
I think he's got him. Yes, he has. He's got him. Definitely a message to Nielsen. Definitely a message to Zach there from Nielsen saying, "You haven't seen the last of me yet, buddy."
Oh, Klosselbash has dropped it. Oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, that's on the exit of turns 9 and 10.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wing damage.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come in. Low's in the pits now, as we say that. A 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Stewards are in for a busy one after this.
It is definitely going to be a field day after the race. Oh, Chungus has had an incident somewhere, I think.
I think it's a technical difficulty. His car just disappeared.
He's dropped all the way down to 10th, apparently. He's behind JBL.
We've got 3 cars all within DRS range of each other, battling for 5th.
Yeah, Wrath, Ultimate, and Sack. Nielsen's joined in on the fray as well. Sack right on the back of Ultimate here. ERS turned up to the max. I think he's got him. He's got Wrath. He hasn't got Ultimate yet. But Ultimate's got DRS as well. Liam with a 3-second penalty. Chungus again involved in an incident. Ratzcast with a 3-second penalty. That could be crucial towards the end of the race.
Ratcat's in pits. Zach's got around Ultimate.
He made that one look easy.
Yeah, he didn't fight very hard. Ratzcats has come out in front of this battle, in front of Philip Nielsen and Raf.
He's on a set of softs.
Yeah, he should be able to go to the end from here.
And he's got a very strong chance of going for the fastest lap of the race as well. Oh, Chungus is out! He's retired in the pits. He's retired in the pits. It's been a race to forget for him. I don't blame him. J-Leb's in as well. Ratscat's right on the back of Ultimate. Of course, bearing in mind he's got the soft tyres.
He's going to get a decent run at him here. Ultimate's still got the DRS. Just about.
And that's definitely helped keep Ratscats behind him.
Ratcats is making a move into the danger corner.
Yeah, into the hot spot.
Oh,
And,
more contact.
and is he through? Not quite.
They're letting Philip Nilsson and Mr. Wilson catch up to the back of them, though, from this battling.
Yeah,
They're going to have some friends join in. Ratcats has got the run now.
Outside of turn 13. Oh my word, he's made it!
Ultimate isn't... Oh, yeah, he's had to give it up.
He's made it.
Philip Nilsson is on the scene.
Here we go. Sack now up into third because Liam's in the pits. STB with a time penalty. This is gonna be. Oh, we got. Yeah, here we go. Nilsson, he's closing in. It's right on the gearbox. Nilsson's got DRS. Nilsson goes for it. He has a look. Ultimate perfectly aware.
Changed his mind.
He's perfectly aware he's got a McLaren behind him in the form of Philip Nilsson. But I don't think he'll be aware of the fact that he's got JBL behind him at the same time. And as I say that, yeah, Ultimate comes in. That'll be a set of softs to go to the end of the race. And Solomon, Radscats, fastest lap of the race. And I said he had the opportunity, and there it is. And it's another.
The Ultimate's had to change his wing.
That is not what. That's the last thing he needed. And that fastest
Yeah,
lap
11 laps isn't very long on the medium, so I thought it might be.
That Ratscats, that fastest lap from Ratscats has allowed him to catch up with Sack. Here we go. This for the last podium position.
Is Path going to have to pit, though? That's an for this. Oh, it's this corner.
Oh, Sack not giving it up that easy. Ratscats has to yield for now. He's practically out of ERS, but he's going to have DRS heading into this corner here. There it is, wide open. Not able to make anything of it.
Mr. Wilson is still applying a bit of pressure to the back of Philip Nielsen.
Yeah, of course, JBL is actually on... Is it JBL? He is actually on medium tyres. Philip Nielsen's on hard tyres. 7 laps to go after this. Still anyone's guess. I mean, the gap that Parth's got ahead of Cyclone, 10.5 seconds.
Oh, Rascat's into the hairpin.
He's going to have a look out.
Banging.
He went for it at turn 3. Oh, he's got in! He's got into third! How's about that? Very well played there from Rats Cats. My goodness me.
I think even out of the front, even if Path tries to make these hards last to the end, they're probably going to absolutely fall apart in the next couple of laps. So, you know, is that 10 going to be enough? Cyclone could still win this.
And of course, you've got penalties to take into account. We don't exactly know who's got how many penalties. And as I say that, JBL's got another 3-second penalty.
Ultimate's having a run into running outside of low.
And I think he's got it. Yes, he has.
There's not a lot he could do about that. Fresh stuffs.
Definitely. And Liam's now got the fastest lap of the race. It's definitely going to be a soft runner that gets the fastest lap of the race today. But who's it going to be, though? And, and now Ultimate's got it.
Liam is closing on Waddington rather rapidly.
Yeah, he's within DRS range.
He's going to get a run at him down the start-finish straight.
Yeah, this is a battle for 7th place now. Here we go, Wellington trying to break the DRS. It's paid off for now. We've still got turn 3 to negotiate. Yeah, makes it stick. Yeah, he's made it stick. He's kept Liam behind him for now. 5 laps to go.
Masterplane's got to run it low down into the hairpin. The 10th position.
He's made it stick.
Yeah, it's all is.
And he gets a 3-second penalty as well straight away after that. Not what he would have wanted. Oh, and Liam gets a 3-second penalty. That could prove to be crucial.
Liam's going to have another run at Waddington.
That's a great run out of the final corner. Waddington tries to break the slipstream again.
Oh, yeah, much better run this time.
Outside of turn 1. And I think he's got it.
Oh, contact.
And Liam gets through.
Not a lot of space was left there.
Liam is through. Lap 25 now, 4 laps to go after this. JBL on the back of Nilsson.
Nilsson was only about a second behind Sack, so he must have made a mistake.
Sack will be breathing a huge sigh of relief from that. JBL there, always got a 3-second penalty.
The drop-off on Path's tyres still doesn't seem to have happened. He's done most of the race on those hards.
Yeah, he pitted very early. He pitted very early to get the... Because he started on softs, and when the safety car came out, he pitted during that safety car period to get onto the hard tyres. And Brush is out of the race now. And it's the infamous turn 12. Yep, he's in the wall. The infamous turn 12 has struck again.
The only surprise for me is that it's taken all this time for us to lose somebody there.
But the incredible thing is that's only our 4th retirement of the day. Penultimate lap now. JBL still trying to find a way past Nilsson, but Nilsson not making it easy for him.
It looks like Ratscast softs in 3rd place may have started to go off as well. It looks like Sack might be beginning to reel him in a little bit on his last couple of laps. Might have a chance to have a go at him.
Yeah, because the mediums can go a little bit longer in the race than the softs can. And look at this. JBL's actually closed the gap on Nilsson a little bit. He's managed to gain a couple of tenths, which could pay dividends for this next DRS zone. Here we go. On to the final lap now. I mean, we've been so busy focusing on all of this. We haven't had a chance to talk about who we'd pick for driver of the day.
Oh, I think there's definitely a couple of candidates. I think Sack has kept his head down throughout all of the carnage. I think Path's done well to do the entire race on those hards. Pretty inspired strategy choice to use that first safety car. I think Mr. Weirson as well. He's done pretty well to be battling with Philip Nielsen for this race. Yeah, I think personally I would say Sack. I think he's probably had the most mature drive out of everyone there.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree. Definitely the maturity of a champion definitely showing through there. Nevertheless, just a couple of corners to go now. His first race in X1, and he's only gone and taken the win. Path comes round the final corner. First win of the season. Wins the Australian Grand Prix. He takes the checkered flag, but what's the penalty count going to be? What's the penalty count going to be like?
Sack's making a move on Ratscats. Last couple of corners. It's going to be a battle to the line. For the last podium position.
Path keeps the win, crucially. Path keeps the win, crucially.
Well, I think we're going to have a photo finish for third.
Oh, here we go.
I think he might do it on penalties anyway, but he'd rather do it on the track, I'm sure.
And he has!
He's done it on penalties.
Sack has done! And Nelson gets into fourth! Sack gets the podium on penalty count back! Well, what a start for Path's X1 campaign! His first
it looked like Ultimate run out of fuel before the line as well. Waddington got him just before the line. Oh, what a race.
What a start to the season. And Codemasters have given Wrathful the driver of the day. A very happy man there is Path. That'll no doubt be the first of many tastes of champagne for him this season. We'll see if we can get these guys in for a post-race interview. So let's just get a quick recap of the results. You got Path with the win, Cyclone second, Sack defending champion third ahead of his championship rival Nilsson fourth, Ratscats fifth, JBL fifth, Wallington sixth, Masterplane eighth, Ultimate running out of fuel at the end apparently, and Wrath rounding up the top 10. Then you got Low, STB, Whippy, Liam, Tamer, and J-Leb in your non-finishers, Colossal Brush, Chungies, Ollie, and Hurricane. So let's get the let's see if we can get the podium in for a quick chat.
I have to depart before that. I need to go get ready for the X2 race. But that was a great race.
Yeah. I'll see you next week, Matt.
Yeah, see you next week.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting... Doesn't look like we're going to get the guys... Doesn't look like we're going to get the podium in for a chat. But hey ho, what else can you do, really? But yeah, thanks very much for watching tonight, guys. Thanks very much for watching tonight, guys. Next week, we're into the deserts of Bahrain. But until then, we'll see you again next week. Thank you, and good night.